So yeah, it's been a pretty wild ride, right? I mean, we recorded the CD live at the beginning of September, and then we got in on the International Blues competition, right? And then we spent the end of last year getting ready for that trip, and then we spent January, half of it up in Tennessee in Memphis, doing our thing up there, the International Blues Challenge, which was great, and then got over that, and then just got off of 13 shows in 10 days at Bike Week, and trying to get through that. And now things are mostly in place, and we've got the first single coming out this week. It's called Day by Day, and next month the second single comes out, right? Beer 30, and then in May. No, what is this? It's March. Next month is April. That's when Beer 30 comes out. And then I wish I should have the stuff in front of me to read it. I think 5/17 is the release date for the album. So what is it? 3/22, 4/19, and 5/17 is when the whole thing comes out. And I'm actually kind of proud of this whole musical thing that we've been doing as the Kevin McLaughlin Band. These songs were forged live on stage. Some of them I've written very recently, some of them have been around a long time. But with the guys in the band, we pretty much turned the songs into what they are live on stage in front of people. So carving those things out of the ether with people looking, it just made sense to go ahead and record the whole thing live. So what we did is we had ourselves a CD recording show, and we took the best of the three versions. We played each song 3 times, right? And we took the best one decided by the crowd, and that's what ended up on the album. And so it doesn't sound as much like a live album as it should, because I forgot to turn on the audience mics when we recorded. So but all of these songs were recorded live in front of a live audience at a concert. There are a couple of overdubs. You can hear there's keyboards on there. We didn't have a keyboard player when we played. And there's a couple of little spots where you can hear 2 guitars. I added those on, but all of it, all but one of the guitar solos was done straight up live. It's a live album, and I left it with a lot of issues, and when you listen to it, you can hear there's some issues that they're related to the fact that I wanted it to be a picture of what we're doing, not a AI enhanced photograph. I wanted it to be a picture of what we're doing, because we're live, raw, trio, banging it out on stage. That's what we're all about. And so now we get to share it with the world. And I'm really excited about the fact that this first single, Day by Day, it's actually everybody's favorite song. When I ask them, what's your favorite song that we do, it's unanimous. Well, with very few exceptions. Everybody says Day by Day. And people just love that song. What it's about is the actual act of stepping out on your own and having to, shed the comfort of having any kind of help whatsoever, and doing it on your own, testing your own 2 legs and making it happen under your own power. And that's really what we've been doing as an unsigned band. So it was really cool that it all works together. And the second song is my beer drinking song. I call it the Working Man's National Anthem. The Beer 30 song is actually one I wrote many, many years ago. And I just kind of tabled it. And just recently, I took it back out of mothballs and we started playing it on stage. And it's been going over really well. And again, worked out that arrangement on stage. It was a skeleton of an idea when the first time we played it on stage, and the guys helped make it a song. So doing all of that, and part of the reason why I made it live is because getting everything coordinated to do it in the studio was taking forever. And so for 18 months, on stage announcing that any minute now the new album is going to come out. And we didn't have any, we had some working titles and I kept changing the working title. I think one of the guys, I think they were like, you know, if you ever come out with that thing, it'll be about time. So I'm tired of hearing you talk about it. We need to get that done. And so that's when the name of the album became It's About Time. And so now we're like, okay, we've got an album called It's About Time. And Steve goes, well, if you're going to have an album called It's About Time, you probably should have a song called It's About Time. So I'm like, oh, gee, you're right. So I sat down and I wrote It's About Time. And that was a challenge to get that done and done quickly. But threw it together, got it mixed to have it ready for January. And now we're releasing it properly. Everything's almost all the way in place. You know, we've got the merchandise going, we've got the concert schedule going, and we've got the releases going. And I really want to thank you for listening to these songs and liking them. Thank you very much for being a part of my music. It's truly my mission to connect with people through the music and take you on a journey, and the kind of a journey that can only be had through the music. And when that connection happens, there's power involved, there's action, there's emotions, there's all kinds of good stuff. And without the connection with the audience, without you listening, it would be all for no reason. So here's a toast to you. Love you so much for being a part of this. I really mean that. And it's the release of the It's About Time series of music. The album's coming out, and we're going to have a series of parties to go with it. So here is that. You want to go ahead and get on the website, kevinmclaughlinband.com. Make sure you check it out. Be a part of it. Become a subscriber. Watch it live streamed. There'll be giveaways, free t-shirts, all kind of fun stuff. And it's going to finally be real. So here's to you, the listener. Ooh, that was good. So did I do okay? Yeah. All right, cool.